something. But yeah, it's more like this. So, right now Bitcoin is at 29.7, floating between 29.6 or 28.6 and about 30,600. That's been the channel, and Bitcoin is still within that channel. So not a whole lot of movement right now, but I do believe there's one big event that's happening this Friday, which is why Bitcoin is not really moving right now. I do believe that is the case. I'll get to that in a little bit. But of course, fear and based on the fear and greed index, fear is still very high. Extreme fear, 12, 11, 13. You can see it dropped to 8 and 9 recently. And if you go back 1 year, you'll see that, yeah, we're forming that clump of fear over here. And it's very, very fearful. Previous times, when we had just a little clump of fear or just a little dip, we had recovery times. We had relief rallies, or whatever you call it. We had certain times where, yeah, Bitcoin just come back up, right? But right now, we're going through one of those periods, and I would argue probably the scariest period that Bitcoin has ever seen, because we are in 8 straight weeks of down, which is why the clump of fear is so massive right now. But if history is any indicator, well, that would mean that retail is being driven out, and eventually we're going to get that bottom. We're going to get that reversal every single time. And here we go. If you go max, you'll see that, yeah, even though, yes, we had little stints here and there, relief rallies, but we have seen big clumps of fear. And the last 2 times we had that was when we found the absolute bottom towards the bear market. Okay, in the middle of a bear market, when we hit absolute fear and bottom, when all of the retail basically left except the long-term holders, that's when Bitcoin, recovered. And take a look right here, March of 2020. You can see that big clump right there, right? Holding in extreme fear. Same thing back in 2018. Just to put things into perspective, back in 2018, Bitcoin fell to $3,000. Back in March of 2020, Bitcoin fell down below 4,000 at 3,800. And now we're seeing that clump of fear, but we are basically 10 times higher. Okay, so again, to put things in perspective, yes, it may be as fearful as before, but Bitcoin is 10 times higher. Okay, so that's important to note. So yes, Bitcoin has been growing by leaps and bounds. You may not notice it because of the fear that's going on right now, but Bitcoin is 10 times higher than it was just a few years ago. But the good thing is, we are showing the same kind of bottom like previous bottoms of bear markets. That is what we're seeing right now. So that is a very positive thing if you think about it, okay? And also today we got some positive news from the Fed, from Congress. Well, the Fed minutes came out, nothing unexpected. This went exactly as planned. So basically everything that Powell said last month is still true. 50 basis point raises coming next month, and the month after that, balance sheets will be, reduced. But here's the thing. Look at this. Congressional Budget Office says the worst of inflation is over. And we will get more data. Tomorrow we actually get data about inflation. And we will see if this is true. If inflation truly is tapering out and coming down, that would be also very positive, right? So a lot of people think that we're going to go in full-blown recession this year. Maybe not. Maybe we're not going to, not just totally go self-destroy in terms of the economy, right? Maybe we get some slowness, but maybe we do recover later on this year, right? Maybe we do recover the last quarter this year. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll get more data tomorrow. We'll get more data in June. and we'll see what inflation is like, right? But if it does come down, and we have seen that top for inflation, well, then that's absolutely terrific for everyone, and for the markets, and for Bitcoin and crypto. All right, so want to lead off with those things. Now, of course, there are other good things I want to show. Of course, there's always good things. For example, all these